Okay. Let's try and just ignore Galliwick, shall we?
Never fear. Trade Prince Galliwix is here. We'll be on our way to our new home in Azara before you know it. Despite the bumbling interference of you-know-who.
Shut up.
Hey there.
I miss Kazan. Will we ever see Bilgewater Port again?
Keep it real.
What's shaking?
Sit on down. The fire's warm and the monkeys don't seem to like it.
See you around, friend.
Me baker now. Store these for me in my bank.
Yeah?
Move along.
What do you
Bob.
want?
Candy, how could you? No offense, babe, but Chip is my boyfriend, and I'm working for the Trade Prince now. Move it along, would ya? You're blocking my view.
Hit the road.
Like I said, gold digger. Or as some would probably call her, a trophy girlfriend.
Go, go!
We've got major problems with the monkeys in the jungle to the east. They've stolen all our explosives and now they're going around throwing them. Sometimes at us. I had Fizz Lighter take some of his nitro and put it in these bananas. No monkey can resist a bunch of bananas. All you have to do is go out there and feed them.
On your
Oh
way.
gosh. The monkeys are gonna get a kick out of those bananas. I'll talk about that in a moment.
What?
Looks like those monkeys will steal anything. Those thieving little monsters have driven the Pteraptor matriarch into a frenzy by stealing her eggs. Worse yet, the eggs have started to hatch. We've got hungry Pteraptor hatchlings running around all over the place, looking to make a quick meal out of us. We didn't start this, but it's our problem now. You'll have to head to the jungle and kill those hungry Pteraptor hatchlings before they kill us all.
Move it!
Stabby guys, you gotta get those Pteraptor hatchlings before they get us. I do like that all the trainers were able to make it out here. What happened to all your gold? Shipwrecked on an island infested with bomb-throwing monkeys. What's next? Is there a volcano that's gonna blow?
Hit the road.
Please don't jinx it. Coach,
Makes sense.
get your head in the game! There is no game anymore.
Don't waste my time.
Somehow I doubt that you want training from me. I'm not sure those fingers can handle a firebolt.
On your way.
I mean, I am a rogue, so that does make sense. Hold on. Gotta make sure these are being tracked. I just realized I forgot to put my other add-on back on. Man, I hate that, like, all my settings got completely ruined. For some reason, I have no idea why. Oh, banana. I'm sorry, but how many of you out there grew up, during the Nintendo 64 era? I'm raising my hand on this one. I had a ton of games on the N64. The N64, honestly, I did have the Super Nintendo, but I only had a few games. But it was really during the Nintendo 64 era that I really started to get into gaming. And I had a ton of games for the N64 back in the day. Like, I had ones, like some of the really well-known ones, like, Zelda Ocarina of Time, Star Fox 64, Mario Kart 64, the classics. And then, also Banjo-Kazooie. And because I was such a fan of Banjo-Kazooie and then Banjo-Tooie later on, I picked up and tried Donkey Kong 64. And if there's one thing from that game, by the way, whee, rocket jump. If there's one thing from that game I will always remember, it is Donkey Kong, when a special golden banana shows up, him going, "Oh, banana." Also, yes, just like the Rogue Trainer, this is how Goblin Rogues sneak around. I'm tippy-toeing. He'll never suspect me. Pow! Blind shot.
I need to target something first.
Let me tell you guys something. Having recently tried, being on my, one of my max level characters, going for the rated PvP mounts, which I guess I will have a chance to actually show you if we get to level 20 at some point. But I can actually just go ahead and show it to you right here. Let me just go ahead and do that right here. There it is, the vicious white bone steed right there. So, during my time, let's just say I got very irritated dealing with rogues like this. I would do the old, I'm gonna sneak over. Now, I don't have some of the other abilities that a rogue would have when they're in stealth. I will get those later on. You know, abilities like Sap, for example. I cannot tell you how often this drove me insane. Constantly getting sapped over and over and over. Like, seriously, I would be sapped for like 10 seconds straight. It was insane. I mean, it made sense, that they would, that I would get sapped and they would focus on ganking my teammate, being that I was usually the higher geared of, amongst me and my teammates, but, oh my goodness, it got so frustrating and annoying. I know that's what's supposed to happen, but still, it was just like, oh, come on! I would get so much crowd control thrown at me, it just got so incredibly infuriating. I love that stealth has hardly any cooldown. You can just immediately go back into stealth. Gotta get some more crates. There's another monkey. I prefer to throw them peanut butter. I'm sure there are some Overwatch players that will get that. Especially some of the voice lines like, Winston going, "No, I do not want a banana." And then, of course, one of my personal favorites, did someone say peanut butter? That's one of the things I've always loved about Winston. He and I have a great love of peanut butter. Let's just hope that we don't have to deal with their mommy later. That would be very bad. Yeah, no. I don't think I can even see her from here, so. But, yeah, you may see her later. Did you hear that matriarch growling up on the cliff? You steer clear of that. Yeah, she's up there somewhere. I just don't think I can actually see her from here. Oh, never mind. There she is. Look at that. She is big. She's also doesn't have an actual level apparently. Yeah, she's dangerous. We gotta stay clear of her.
Don't waste my time.
They launched up into the air when they ate the bananas? That's hilarious. I think I'm gonna take a bunch out there and just feed them myself.
Take the road.
Yeah, that was kind of like a uh-oh. Seeing them do that. By the way, we no longer have our hot rod. Sad face. F for the hot rod. So we're back to using the chauffeur.
I'm all ears, boss.
Bomb-throwing monkeys? The nerve! I thought we were doomed for sure, but now we can start looking on a way to get off this island. Great news! Foreman Dampwick has uncovered a cave full of Kaja'Mite on the island. What are the odds? Of course, there's a downside. He took some of the survivors with him to help mine the ore, but none of them have made it out. Crazy as it sounds, the foreman said that there are monkeys in the cave with mining picks. They're mining the Kaja'Mite. How is that even possible? Can you head southeast of the cavern? The foreman is standing just outside the entrance.
Come on, we got
Dampwick's at the cave entrance, just to the southeast. Okay. I don't know why. I hate it when it does this. Like, something causes it to just not automatically track the quest. I hate that.
Makes sense.
Boss! Well, I guess you're not the boss anymore, but still, good to see you. Can you believe it? We've got a cave full of intelligent killer monkeys mining Kaja'Mite. And? Smart mining monkeys. They're all over the inside of the cavern, mining. With picks. It's just not natural. And I'm sure it's because of the Kaja'Mite. None of my miners have come back out. I don't have many left. Can you see my predicament? These guys are nowhere near as good as my old group of jungle trolls. Ah, those were the days. Maybe you can escort my last miner here through the cavern and keep those monkeys off of him? We need that Kaja'Mite. Kaja'Mite has gone and made these monkeys smart. Keep that miner safe. Okay, here we go. You're gonna cover me, right? Hold on a second. Hey, there are strange cave paintings and other artifacts all over the cavern. Do you think you could use, your belt-mounted KT snap flash camera to capture images? Also, snap a pic of the altar in the back of the cavern. I'm sure that Sassy will want the intel. Don't run off without me! Whee! Yes, you can use that while in the air. Whoa! What's with all the cave paintings? Do I hear monkeys? Is that a monkey? Okay. What? Don't. I'm trying to capture the images. No. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Dude, will you stop it?
I need a target.
Will you slow down so I can take the pictures? This chunk's been picked clean. Alright, where are you going? Leave him alone. Gosh, I run out of energy so fast. Sorry, rogue lovers, but this is just has always been a big problem I've always had with the rogue class. I always run out of energy way too fast, and I'm just like standing there going, okay, I can't cast anything. Can't use any abilities because I'm out of energy. It's the same problem I have with Feral Druid, as I told you guys earlier in this series. By the way, I'm pretty much just going to stay as Assassination. I'll show once we get to level 10, but I know that it used to be called the Combat spec historically. These days it's just called Outlaw. I think they changed that specifically for Legion because of the whole pirate theme that spec was really going for with the Dreadblades. What I wouldn't give for some explosives right about now.
I need to get close. I'm out of range. Hey, that's too far away. I don't have a target.
But yeah, I know that Outlaw is usually the one people gravitate towards because they like wielding two swords. We've hit the jackpot in this place, as opposed to two daggers. And I don't blame players for feeling that way. After all, that is what allowed them to be able to be one of the very first classes in the game to wield both of the Warglaives of Azeroth back in the day. But, you know, later on you get an ability called Poison Blades, which actually not only allows you to put a dot on your opponent, but it also can be able to add some leech for you, so that way you can get some kind of health back, because outside of another ability we get later on, which is... if I can see it here...
I need to get close.
How far do you have to level before you get this ability? I'm not seeing it. Am I just, like, blind right now? I probably am. Oh, it is Crimson Vial. Yeah, this is, like, one of the only, like, healing ways for a rogue to actually heal. Oh, Witch Doctor. Rocket to the face. His head, he was like, "Woo-da-da-boo-da-boo-da-boo-da-boo." I think... Wow, how long is that chain? That's good enough for now. I'll make my way out on my own. Thanks for the escort. Now, what is this? An orc? Looking through the dead orc's belongings, you find a field journal. Though it is heavily water damaged, the writing is still legible, if barely. Flipping through the pages, an interesting story unfolds. Good thing you decided to study Orcish. Like the Trade Prince's yacht, the orcs were fired upon by Alliance warships. You do remember an orc warship that you passed right before the Alliance opened fire. Maybe they were firing on the orcs instead of your ship? Stupid orcs, they got you sunk. Yeah, stupid orcs. Ah. Alright, fine. You want to die again? Okay, here.
I need to target something first.
Alright, let's now sneakily make our way out of here. You don't see nothing. Okay, using that does break your stealth. Just in case you were curious. Whoa! Oh, hey, boss. You snuck up on me like that.
Go!
We've hit the mother lode. Now, what's all this about a pygmy witch doctor in charge of the monkeys? Is he dead? Because if he's dead, then legally I can stake my claim. Not that I wasn't going to do that anyway, but by Goblins' law, all Kaja'Mite belongs to us.
Hit the road!
On behalf of the Bilgewater Cartel, I lay claim to this mine. Okay, so now we get Poison Knife, which is a ranged ability. Lets us throw a poison-coated knife. So, here's the ability I was talking about, Deadly Poison. You coat your weapons with a lethal poison that lasts for an hour. Each strike has a chance to poison the enemy for nature damage over 12 seconds. Later on... Alright, so yeah, so here are the 3 specs for Rogue. Assassination. This is the one I usually play on my main Rogue. I do have another Rogue, like, on the other faction that I'm leveling as Outlaw, because I do want to get more familiar with this, since this is the spec a lot of people use. Mainly because, well, as I said before, these 2 specs only allow you to use daggers, basically. This is the one that says you can use axes, maces, swords, fist weapons, and people just like having that versatility. You know, and there are other certain abilities and such about this, like pistol shot, where it's like, oh, okay. But, like, you know, garrote, you know, another dot. This is one of the things I like about Assassination. Dots. The amount of dots that you can have on this spec. And I've just always really enjoyed that kind of playstyle, being able to put dots. You know, kick, that's going to be our interrupt. Rupture, you know, another one of those, you know, you build up the combo points and then you be able to use that to unleash big damage or whatever from the combo points. Pick locks. Yeah. Back when, you know, lock chests and such. That is still a thing, but it doesn't feel nearly as relevant nowadays as it used to. You know, other big-time defensive abilities such as evasion. Later on, at level 80, you get Cloak of Shadows. This used to be one of the most powerful abilities in the game, from what I've heard back in the days of Burning Crusade. So, Sprint. Kidney Shot. That's another stealth stun ability. Envenom, another way to, you know, another dot that you can be able to use. Crippling Poison. Yeah. And I'm looking to see where the upgrade for the Poison Blades is, because I know that Deadly Poison does have a leech, and I'm wondering when you get that. Because I've seen it where on my max level Rogue, it does say that you're able to get health back. Yeah, there's a few different kinds of poisons that you can apply to your daggers. I'm not seeing it. Oh well. Oh, and Pickpocket. I almost forgot. Pickpocket. I did like how they tried to come up with creative ways for you to use some of those abilities in Legion when you were doing the artifact quests. By the way, I didn't mention subtlety, mainly because a lot of days I hardly ever see anyone actually use subtlety. It's got, some of those kinds of ability, Shadow Strike, Symbol of Death. I mean, on paper, I'm looking at this, I'm like, okay, very, sneaky, ambush type of spec. At least that's how it's kind of described. But like I said, I just prefer the assassination being able to utilize a number of dot abilities. So.
Great to see ya.
What are these? Clearly that pygmy witch doctor is from some new face never seen before. Maybe we should call them Stabby-Gaz Lands? Ians? Wait, Ions? They must be the ones that painted all that stuff in the cavern. I'm not sure that I like what you're describing. It sounds to me like they're paintings of them, and us on an island with an exploding volcano. Yeah, pretty much. Orcs! They were sunk and stranded too? Now the Alliance are on the island? Do you think they're gonna kill us? I think it's time for a little sit-down with these orcs. I hate to ask you to do this, but I guess it's why they pay you the big bucks. Not anymore. Can you deliver that dead orc's field journal to whoever's in charge up there at their camp? Based on the writing in the book, they should be located at the top of the island, up on the incline past the Kaja'Mite cavern to the southeast. Good luck. I always liked you.
You need anything?
Aw, sassy.
Come to me.
We need some new friends if we're going to survive all this. Hopefully the orcs won't just kill you on sight. Gee, thanks. Here's hoping they don't kill you.
I can't.
Sassy, I like you, but man.
If it weren't for a certain.
Shut up, Gallywix.
Back on Kazan, we'd all be safe.
Yeah. Let me get far away from being able to hear him. Alright, so here's the Horde base camp. Excuse me. May I see the leader of your camp? Go on ahead.
Mukra! Victory!
Mokra. Oh, I can actually read this field journal. Day 1. Got on a ship called Draka's Fury. We're taking the spectral cargo to a faraway place across the ocean. I have the duty to clean stuff on the ship and scout when we get to land. Better work than searching for Alliance rogues and druids in Orgrimmar. The food is not as good, but the grog tastes the same. Durotar has already slipped out of sight. Day 2. The food and rocking of the ship do not agree with me. There is much to clean as there are many of my brothers who are sick. This does not seem like a good idea to me, but if he needs to go, we will gladly follow him to the bottom of the sea. Let us hope that it does not come to that. Day 3. The sea lashes the ship very heavily. The captain had us take down the sails. We are like a child's toy in the middle of gigantic waves. I may not like the ocean, but I kept my food down today, like a true warrior. Day 4. There are 2 small islands on the horizon. The captain says that we will sail just past them. He does not want to stop. There is an edge to his voice that I do not like. It sounds like fear. There was much to do. What? There are sounds of explosions outside. I'm going above deck to see what that is. Day ? I washed up on the rocky shore of an island. It must be one of the 2 that I saw before. Most of my brothers are dead. There is no sign of our special cargo. I fear the worst and cannot believe my thoughts. Just to clarify, the special cargo he's referring to is Thrall. I do not know how many days have passed. 1, possibly 2? Surely not more. The Alliance cowards came at us, hiding from behind the larger of the two islands. There were too many of them. Thought we might have sunk one. I saw another ship sail right through the battle and get torn apart. Goblins, I think. Fools. Day question and 1. We have a makeshift camp atop the island. Agra has asked me to look for other survivors on the western shore. Killag is to take a small group across the top looking for the Alliance. Already a few have attacked us. They will not stop coming until they are all dead. Or we are. There are sounds of goblins off in the distance, and I can see the wreckage of their ship. They are noisy. I will watch them later. First I have found a cavern and strange sounds like animals and mining coming from within it. I will investigate.
And then sadly, he died.
Speak. Strength.
Hello, Agra.
Speak your mind.
Oh, there's the Horde's ship that we saw earlier, and it's been wrecked. The orc narrows her eyes at you. You must have been on the goblin slave ship that was sunk. What's that you have in your hand? I apologize. It's been a very rough couple of days for all of us. I am Agra. All of us here are what remains of the crew of the Draka's Fury. Perhaps we can work together. We have a common enemy in the Alliance. Their SI-7 assassins are all over this island, and they are not going to stop until we are all dead. You may think she's exaggerating, but the sad thing is she's probably not. They really did come here to capture Thrall, and probably were told, yeah, you can capture Thrall. The rest are not important. Our hunter, Killa Gorfang, and a few scouts traveled into the Vale down the path to the west. They are searching for precious cargo that we were guarding when the filthy Alliance sunk our ship. The way is blocked by deadly plants, and they have not been able to break through. Stamigaz, prove your worth as a goblin and a rogue. Journey into the vicious Vale to find Killag.
Go with honor.
Killag Gorfang should be down the path to the west, Goblin. Gee, thanks, Agra. You may be wondering, why do you sound like, I've never been fond of Agra.
Farewell.
There's a bit of, and now, this doesn't really come across now, but later on, Agra tends to have some arrogance that I do not really like. Plus, honestly, there are things that Agra has done that I think were not for the best when it came to Thrall. Yeah. But anyways.
Goblin, can you fight? For your sake, I hope so. Otherwise, there may be no breaking through this hell of killer plants.
Yeah, look at all these different kinds of plants here. Look at this. All these living plants that are trying to kill us right now. This is like Little Shop of Horrors on steroids. Or rather, it's like Little Shop of Horrors, the alternate ending. If you've seen the alternate ending, oh my gosh, can you believe that? Right? He barely has time to acknowledge you between the rifle shots, but his eyes does linger a moment on your belt appreciatively.
Now is the time for creative solutions. Pull something out of that belt and get to work.
Think about the situation for a moment, an idea comes to your mind. And it's just crazy enough to work. We're gonna use the Weed Whacker.
It is amazing!
Look at this thing! We have our own Weed Whacker in our belt.
Whee! Yes, kill them all, cut them down!
Free, Miss them all!
You don't know who you're messing with! Ah!
Again, I really hope you've actually seen the alternate ending for Little Shop of Horrors. If you haven't, look it up. I expect your reaction will be something along the lines of, "Oh my gosh!" And I'll respond with, "I know, right?"
I just keep spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning.
What do you need?
I saw it with my own eyes, and I still do not believe it. You have our thanks and the debt of our lives, little goblin. I hope that soon we can repay you with the honor. May I ask a small favor of you while my scouts and I move on? Sure, just after I'm done throwing up. Return to the base camp and let Agra know that we still live. Tell her that I am moving on to the Wild Overlook and that we will meet up on the northwest side of the island. I expect to see you there. We will track down the Alliance and slay them to the last.
For the Horde.
Sure. Oh, Agra. I have news.
Mukra.
She gives you the eye as if she doesn't quite believe what you're telling her. I am not easily impressed, but if what you are telling me is true, then I have never before heard of such a thing. You have my thanks. Yeah, she's not easily impressed. Which is, you know, despite the accomplishments that we pull off, she's just like, yeah, whatever. You know, as if she's ever done anything. Killag should be in position by now. It is time for you to move forward to the Wild Overlook. The rest of us will pack up here and move out soon. Just follow the path northwest through the Vicious Vale. Not so vicious any longer thanks to you, eh? Killag and his scouts will be keeping themselves hidden just off the path. But the SI-7 assassins are sure to spot them soon. So hurry.
May the spirits watch over you.
Yep. I am quite the gardener. Stupid plants. Hey, sabers.
Blood and thunder.
Thrumcar, Sabrigas, we have a problem. Keep your voice down. The gear north and west of here is crawling with Alliance assassins. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to spot them. The cowards! They hide and won't fight face to face. You goblins are known for your wondrous goggles. Surely you have a pair that will allow you to see them. I need you to team up with one of my scouts and kill any of the SI-7 assassins that you spot.
Go with honor.
Don't forget to keep your goggles on. That's the only way we'll be able to spot them before they can jump us.
Gosh, I really wish I could figure out what it is that's causing it where it will not just automatically track the quests. Outroad. Some assassins you are. Whee!
Hey, that's too far away.
Hey, that's too far away. At times it's just I can't help it when it comes to how goblins talk. It's like, hey, bada bing, bada boo.
I need a target.
Alright, so that takes care of the Alliance assassins. Let me reiterate that. The Alliance had assassins here. Like I said, Thrall was the only one that they were probably told to actually bring in alive. Everybody else, yeah, go ahead and kill them off.
Loktar.
Now, in fairness, yes, it's probably possible it was because of the Twilight's Hammer, not actually Varian, but during this point in time, this was right after Wrath, and I wouldn't put it past him considering how Varian was in Wrath.
Well done, well done. We'll make an orc of you yet.
Do you have to?
Time to move on, we better hurry. I sent Scout Brax forward along the road to the cliffs, overlooking the beach to the west. I'm going to put you onto Bastia. Travel down the path and let Brax know that we were going to take a different route. We'll see you at the attack of the Alliance beachhead.
Dabu.
Ride, Bastia. Find Brax.
Oh, hey, he's giving me a saber to ride.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm sure at some point... Oh, by the way, there's the matriarch. She's level 20, and I'm level 11. Yeah, you're not encouraged to go fight her. Even with heirloom gear on. I'm sure you could probably find this somewhere and get this as a pet if you're a hunter. I wouldn't mind having this as a mount, though. Now, don't get me wrong, there are plenty of saber mounts, and I've gotten quite a few of them in recent times. Even ones you can only have on... there are some that won't show up here because most of the saber mounts are usually for Alliance. But, there's the Arcanist Mana Saber. There's the Kaldorite Night Saber that you can be able to use as Horde. There's the Nightborn Mana Saber. That's the Heroes of the Storm one. There's the Umber Night Saber. The Mystic one, that's the store one. I got that on discount, by the way. I don't know why the Gortus showed up. And then there's this one. I'm actually really close to getting this one. I'm like at 266 service medals. I just need to do some more warfronts, heroic warfronts, and I should be able to get this in time before it's possible that they may take it out. I hope they don't, though.
Thrall Hall.
Hello, little goblin. Bastia's fast, no? We have something very important that needs doing. Can you help us? The Alliance have stolen something of vital importance to the Horde. It is being held out on their ships. At the other end of the beach is a gyro chopper. Our battle sworn will cover your approach. Go retrieve the keys to the flying machine from one of their operatives. Fly out to their flagship, the Vengeance Wake, and retrieve our precious cargo.
Yeah. We will do that.
Get to the gyro chopper.
Do it now. Notice he's not saying gyro chopper, he's saying get to the gyro chopper. Yes, it's a Predator reference. Get to the gyro chopper. And we will be doing that when we come back. Stay tuned.